Alafia, aho, ase, namaste, and thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves. This question is a very important question. Another creator asked what to do with the ashes of a loved one so that they can rest. So this video is not only for you with blessing, for anyone else who needs to know and have the answers for letting their loved ones rest. Let's begin. First of all, ashes are very sacred. It's according to your faith. So, for example, if someone is crowned in Orisha faith, they receive what is called Itutu ceremony. We don't get cremated. However, in other faiths, such as some sectors of Hindu cultures, as well as in Christianity, atheists and so forth, they respect having cremation done. So say, for example, you have your loved one's ashes within your possession. It was given to you. Let's begin. This is based on my culture as well as my knowledge from other people who write books and so forth. Now, say, for example, your loved one's ashes was given to you and they only died about, 3 days ago, within a week. Well, to be honest with you, we in the Guyanese culture, we have something called 9 nights, and I believe they also have it in Puerto Rican Espiritismo as well as in Cuba. When this happens, we should not even light a candle, and we should not light a candle and put them on top of our altar, whether it's our mom, our dad, and so forth. Why? Upon those 9 days, at that 9 night, we are supposed to do prayers. We're supposed to give offerings of their favorite foods. For us, it could be roti, curry, tamarind balls. For your ancestors, it could be lasagna, pizza, whatever it is, okay? So if you light a candle to them before the 9 days, they are traveling, okay? This was also written in the book of Mary Magdalene, about astral traveling and spirits traveling. However, that book is nowhere to be seen, as according to a lot of doctrines. So on the 9th night, you wait, and that's when you can light a candle. For us, normally we wait a year before we start giving a lot of light, and we have a table for our loved ones. So how do you get them to rest? It's in your possession. They need a glass of water, a clear glass of water. Once again, this is my faith. Clear glass of water, always clean. They also need a candle. Now, say, for example, your loved one has unfortunately died tragically or before their time. Then I suggest you do a 9-day prayer. Now, it's according to how they passed away, all right? For those of you who have questions, please email me, all right? Renee7251@hotmail.com. or leave your comment here or message me. Now, the books that I recommend before we go deeper into more things to lift your loved ones is the traditional book that we use in Mesa Blanca in different misas, which is the book of Allan Kardec, okay? Now, it has a prayer for suffering souls in this book. It also has prayers for the recently departed. The book that was venerated out of that is this book, which you will be able, those of you who are like me who speak English, you will be able to understand more of this book, and it is phenomenal. I mean, it talks about oh my goodness, look everybody, the recently departed. So those of you who are listening, blessings to you. It just opened up to the recently departed, okay? And there's a prayer for the recently departed. I love this because it speaks about Almighty God first. Now let me continue. I know these authors that are coming up personally. So you have Florencio. Okay, we call him Freddie. So he has amazing books on prayers as well as the importance of Espiritismo. He has information that you need to know spiritually, and also Baba Joseph Ifa also did an interview with him, and I know him personally. He has amazing books. This and another one called Mesa Blanca. Phenomenal book. I also know Sansista Brujo Lewis personally, and he has a lot of prayers for those of you who would like to take care of your loved ones in this book called Luz y Progreso. Amazing book. Another book, I don't know who this author is, but I have read the book and I have used it in my personal misas as well as in prayers. This book, Sean Santissimo. Okay, you can't go wrong, guys, with a Bible. Okay, I know a lot of us are converting to our African culture, but do remember, a lot of your ancestors were Christian. So you open up the book of Psalms and you say your prayers. We cannot go wrong with the Quran if you are a Muslim faith, but normally Muslims do not follow this tradition that I'm speaking about. Respectfully, Allahu Akbar, respectfully. So also too, here is for the Jewish culture, and respectfully the same way it's according to your spiritual, but we have to respect culture. Okay, this book was a gift. It's just absolutely amazing and beautiful, and it gives messages and so forth to the departed and recently departed. So in taking care of the spirit of your loved one, pray to your ancestors, but pray to God first, okay? So you're saying the Our Father, or you're asking God to lift their spirit. Now, once again, if the spirit has died tragically, if the person has died tragically, or an untimely death, to remove malevolent spirits and bad spirits, to clear the air, you have to pray for the light, to the light of God, okay, in doing so. Now, some spirits ask to be set free. So normally the ashes will go to the ocean, to the river, maybe to their homeland in Trinidad or Barbados and so forth. All right. Now, as long as you have the ashes in a sacred space, some people put them on a shelf. The glass of water is important because the glass of water picks up negativity, but also allows your spirit guides to communicate with you effectively with prayer. And you have your candle. Now, those of you who want to lift your spirit, and you know that they died untimely. However, this is what I want you to do if you have experience. If you don't, please have someone who has experience do this for you. The candle, the taper candle, we light it 9 days. It starts from the bottom and it's lit on the floor, on the ground, normally outside. Then we snuff it out. We do another prayer, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, all the way to 9. And it has to be lifted on bricks or in an elevated position 9 days to lift that spirit. I do recommend these books in lifting the spirit. You know what happened to your ancestors. If they died in peace, that is absolutely beautiful. Then do prayers for them in the light of God. Have a sacred space. Normally we put a white sheet, and then we put the ashes, and the glass of water is very important. Now, I do respect that some people have different cultures. For example, in Navajo, an indigenous tribe, we burn a cypress and we let that smoke. The smoke represents the spirit in traveling. Tobacco is used when we blow it. We communicate, okay, to our ancestors. Now, in respect to indigenous tribes, my mother being from Guyana, grew up in Trinidad, my grandfather Barbados, mine is more Caribbean, so it's more Arawak. So I'm respecting culture, but I'm giving examples as I study a lot through knowledge and so forth, and my own spirit guides that talk to me. So if you have Arawak, Carib, Lokoto, and so forth coming from Guyana, Taino, okay, those spirits are still work with the same way, but in terms of prayer and smoke, but sage mainly belongs to, and cypress, the indigenous spirits, as they say, Native American. Let's go back to those of you who have roots within the Caribbean culture, Puerto Rico, Cuba, and so forth. Respectfully, these books are important. Those of you who have those roots, okay, they are very, very important in understanding spiritualism. And this is a classic, all right? As you saw, I opened it and it went on the recently departed. So they are here. I have chills on my leg. They know that we're doing this for a reason. I pray that this video was helpful. Like, share, comment, and blessings to all of you. Alafia, aho, ase, Namaste, and thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves. And blessings to your spirit guides and ancestors. Sacred space. Do a lot of prayers. Clean yourself with Florida water, white baths with goat milk, honey, cascarilla, egg white, and so forth. You